Hey guys, Constance here from Cosmopolitan Cornbread. So I thought I would bring you into the kitchen with me this afternoon to make dinner. I'm doing a super easy Instant Pot version of Sloppy Joes, and I thought, you know, why not turn on the camera and film it, since I don't think I've done a cooking video for a little bit. So to begin, I have 2 pounds of ground beef that I have already browned in my Instant Pot using the saute feature. I did about half at a time because I didn't want the meat to crowd together too much. Now I'm going to add in some bell pepper. Well, the recipe calls for red bell pepper that's been diced, but I had some sweet Lesia pepper that I had diced and froze from the garden. I had just this last one, so I'm going to use this instead. But you can use red bell pepper or any kind of sweet meaty pepper that you might want to use. So I'm going to toss this in, and then I have about a cup of diced onion that's going to go in, and I'm using red onion today. Honestly, I use yellow onion and red onion interchangeably, so whichever one you got on hand will work just fine. And I'm just going to saute these for just a couple of minutes to let them begin to soften up and become just a little bit tender. Alright, so now I've got my onion and pepper that has kind of gotten a little bit tender here. I'm going to hit the cancel button, and I'm going to add in my browned ground beef here. And now for the sauce ingredients. I'm going to add in 1 can, a 15-ounce can of tomato sauce. If you've got homemade canned tomato sauce, that would be a pint, basically. Close enough. Alright, now I'm adding in a tablespoon of honey. I have a tablespoon each of apple cider vinegar and coconut aminos. Two tablespoons of tomato paste. I'm going to give these a little bit of a quick stir. I need 1 teaspoon of dry mustard powder. 1 teaspoon of Italian seasoning, which looks like it'll be the last of this one for me. I need to mix up some more. Half a teaspoon of hot paprika. And if you can't find hot paprika, you can use regular paprika and then add in about 1/8 of a teaspoon to 1/4 of a teaspoon of cayenne pepper. That should give you a good equivalent to that. Of course, if you don't want it to be spicy, you can omit the hotness altogether. Just use regular paprika and no cayenne pepper. That might be an option if you've got little ones or if you don't like any kind of spiciness to your food. And 1/2 teaspoon of onion powder. And some ground black pepper, about 1/2 teaspoon or so, and the same of some sea salt. Stir it all together real good. Okay. So now since I was sauteing the beef, I'm going to go ahead and just kind of wipe down the top of the pot here with a rag. Put my lid on. Make sure my valve is closed. Now I'm going to press the manual button and I'm going to set that to 35 minutes. And just let it do its thing. So now I've got some time, I can go outside, take care of a few things, and once this is done doing its cycle, it will just automatically switch to keeping everything warm instead of cooking. And if you don't want to eat right away, you don't have to. It'll just be sitting here nice and warm waiting. So I'm going to finish tidying up and I will check back with all of you guys later on. Alright guys, so dinner is done. As you can see, it's been a little bit. The timer actually went off 15 minutes ago, but like I mentioned earlier, once your pressure cook time gets done, it just keeps the food nice and warm, kind of like a slow cooker. So I'm going to go ahead and open this up. Give this a stir. And as you can see, you've got some nice, lovely Sloppy Joe mix. Let me bring you in. There you go. Sloppy Joes. So of course you can serve this on buns, which I've got some sitting over there. You can serve this on lettuce wraps, or I like to make French fry bowls with the Sloppy Joe mix on top and melted cheese. So there's any number of ways that you can use the Sloppy Joe mix. I have a printable version of this recipe on my website, cosmopolitancornbread.com. So if you would like to save this recipe on Pinterest or print it out for your recipe folders, I will put a link down below where you can get that if you are watching this on YouTube or anywhere else. So that is it for today. Thanks for joining me here in the kitchen for this really easy Instant Pot Sloppy Joe recipe. My name is Constance from Cosmopolitan Cornbread, and now I'll talk to you all next time.